Okay, yeah, it says recording. Now I see recording.
Do you see recording on yours, Tim?
Yeah. Now I see. Yep.
All right, awesome. Okay, so for new subscribers, I am Elle Benet, and I'm a coach, finished up my life coaching program, and I'm here with Mike C, and he's a mental wealth coach. Yes, you heard it right.
And fitness specialist. Throw it in there.
Yes, I love it. So, Mike, share with us about our channels, about what we do, how we process.
Yeah. What we do is we pick topics that are relatable, I would say, to 99% of the people out here, which are usually going to end up being about mental wealth, financial wealth, and also about your health and relationships, and why you pick things, and why you still do what you do while wanting different results. Why things have not been working for you, and what we can offer through our experience and Ella's professional enlightenment of you going through what you're doing.
Yeah,
how you can help them, and they can ask questions, and we'll maybe pick topics, if that's okay with you, Ellie. On something.
That's the opposite. I mean, that's the reason that we're actually here, is because a lot of things that we do, we are unaware of it. So we're subconsciously doing things. So we're here bringing enlightenment to you.
Yes.
So that you can see what it is that you're doing and explore options to have a more fulfilled life and be intentional about why you're doing the things that you're doing.
Yes. So, I'm so big on what we're saying, and from our lifestyle coming up, just to touch it briefly on a small part, we're big into fitness. And also, it's funny, when you're into fitness and you're doing it from an organic, natural way, you also find that it has so much to do with mental wealth and physical health. They are synonymous. They run with each other. Your physical has a way of running into how you feel about yourself on the inside. So when we take care of the inside, the outside reflects it.
Very true.
And we just don't sometimes tie the two together. But literally, how you take care of the inside will reflect on your outside and how you feel.
Exactly. And we are a bit about how we operate is we're uncensored, we're unedited. It's authentically Mike and I in front of the camera for you. And because we encourage you to live your authentic self. So we said, hey, let's...
No apologies for you being here.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I'm going to bring the topic forward because I just feel it's a nice way so that we can surround ourselves by a topic, understand where we're going, and then we just engage in conversation, Mike and I. So
absolutely.
One that go ahead.
And what's the topic for today, Ellie? What's it going to be?
Drum. Maybe we should edit this one out.
Yeah, edit.
This one is the suffer story. The suffer story.
Yeah. What's your suffer story?
What's your suffer story? Because I know that well, you had mentioned, and we didn't get into it because I was like, it's a good conversation to be had.
I remember you saying it. Yep.
So one thing that you mentioned before, you got cut off, was that so many people, they find that stars, movie stars, musicians are so relatable after they find what their hardship story is. And for some reason, it feels like they put value on who had and who suffered the most.
Yes.
And can you say a little bit more about that?
Yes.
Hearing about that.
It's so crazy cool, because actually, if you talk to people that are the most prevalent, the thing that they did to make it successful was they dropped their suffer story and chose a new identity that helped them become who they were. Some people, everyone's different. They are homeless before they realize this isn't working for me. But our key about this topic and about us talking, Ellie, is this: you don't have to suffer before you make it.
Right.
You can drop that before the foreclosure. You can drop this before you're completely broke, or the girl or man of your dreams leaves you again.
Yes, and you helped me so much, because when you were speaking, you were sharing that when you're on stage, people are like, yes, when they hear that suffer story. And a lot of presenters, they share that story because it hits home, because we're here and we love it and we can connect and it makes it valid.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
that subconsciously
I love this.
that's valid, we in turn make it a requirement for ourselves.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You
We
think,
act
what's
up,
my suffer story so I can
yes.
share my suffer story?
And even subconsciously, even going a little deeper than that, you might not even ask yourself potentially what's your suffer story on a subconscious level. You might feel that when things come and flow to you, you wash them away as a coincidence.
It
You
shouldn't
think
be that easy. It
it's yeah,
shouldn't be. It doesn't. If something works out that smooth, that's too simple. That was a coincidence. That can't happen that easy because I've suffered for too long for something that smooth just to come into my life.
correct,
There has to
correct.
be a harder way.
Exactly, exactly. And so subconsciously, this is the connection that we have, and it's a opportunity for us to break that old tape playing, that subconscious tape that you don't understand, and allow you to step into the ease and flow of how life is.
Absolutely, Ellie. Everything you say. You know what's exciting about right now when we're talking to is with the virus and everything going on, the coronavirus, everybody's talking to it. I noticed that you and I, we're people that aren't going to feed into, because we understand that energy is real. It's what makes us everything in the world turn. Whether you deny it, acknowledge it or not, it's true. And in science now, this is no, I love the fact the era and age we're in, and I think we talked about this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's an age of science can also be considered synonymous with spirituality because they can prove it on a quantum physics level now that
Mm-hmm.
all possibilities exist at once. But when you hear that, do you know what that means? That means you, at the same time you're suffering, there's a version of you that you can't see it that's actually thriving. Now the thing is, I didn't say spiritually. I said scientific. Let's get scientific.
I
Let's
like
ask about science. These are, if you talk to Einstein, if you were to talk to Einstein, they were actually scientific people. But back in the day, they'd be called spiritual. But now you can actually call them scientific.
mm, very true.
So let's merge the two together for people that don't like speaking spirituality. Let's talk to people that want actual facts, actual proof that you can be and do anything at one time. And let's talk about the suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Every moment, quantum physics wise, every moment in your life is a new moment. The only thing that most people do is they bring the baggage, whether it's something that whatever doesn't serve them, with them because we're remembering things about that time they got hurt, that time something that really hurt them bad in life. And that story is what's making you loop the same thing with maybe different people's names, but the same story, or whether it's abuse or whether it's something like that. That's a story that sticks in your mind and
Mm,
keeps showing up in your life again and again. And although you want to break that chain, that loop, the thing is how. How
mm.
do you break it? First thing to do is recognize it that it keeps happening.
Right, right. I guess that's when that question, when you always ask, why me? Why does this always happen to me? Why do I attract this?
Yes.
So, are you saying that you can continue asking those questions, but understanding if you have to ask why me, you can also understand that it's a pattern.
It's a pattern that you formed out of. A pattern is nothing more than a habit that you keep doing over and over again. Or a lifestyle is nothing more than a habit you keep doing over and over again. At first, when you do it, and then you do it again, you do it again. Not that it's that you like the results. A habit doesn't mean you like what's happening to you. A
Mm-hmm.
habit is just something you got used to doing.
Ah, I see. I'll share something a little, going a little deep because that's what we're about, right? Real life
Yes.
is. I noticed with myself. Sometimes when you're in it, you don't understand. But I did the same that you're sharing. Is why me? Why me? Well, I found that I was always in emotionally abusive relationships,
Yes.
and I find me, and I would cry and be hard, and all of this I would go through until I recognized one day I read an article and they went through all of the items that all the things that would enlighten you to recognize that you're in an abusive relationship. And then I said, wow, every relationship has been like this. Why? Because I didn't have enough self-love for me.
Wow, that's powerful to
Right
recognize.
then and there. So I wanted to share a real life thing for people to recognize how it shows up in your life. And once you recognize it, now you can implement a boundary and you can begin to grow. But it's going to continue happening because it's an
Yes.
opportunity.
But that's so powerful for you to recognize that, and for people listening out there, I mean, what my sister did was so powerful because the hardest thing to do is admit that you're doing something you don't want to have happen again to you, and you just say, "That's not me. That's not me. They're not
I
talking about me.
years,
That's
years.
everybody else," because you're in it, and you just like, "That doesn't fit me. That's not me." But yet you're seeing stuff that you don't like, but you're not doing it. It's just the way life is. All these different things.
Blame the other person. This person is excellent. I will always blame the men, but it was always me. It was always me that let them.
Yes. Yes.
There's, I guess, in yourself sometimes, in any opportunity, if you have enough care to grow, always recognize that saying they said when you're younger, it's not about you. Guess what? It's all about you. It's
It's
all about
let's
you.
get selfish, people. Finally, we have a reason to be selfish. Yes. Yes. Let's get selfish, everybody. But selfishness serves you. And selfishness is the way to happiness for everybody.
Yes, my
Because everything flows through you. But like we were talking about the other day, Ellie, better than saying everything in life flows through you. Let's say flow, life happens for you.
mm,
Everything in life happens for you. It
I like
doesn't happen to you. Yes, it happens through you, but it happens for you.
for you. I
So,
like that.
so no matter what you're going through, if you can tell, I don't have to even see it, which you aren't going to be at first, but this is happening for me. Remember, guys, remember, ladies, this is quantum physics. This is not just spiritual talk. It is spiritual. You can call it what you want, but this is something for everybody that's listening. You didn't come upon this channel by mistake. You came here because you were asking questions. You wanted to improve your life. You wanted to be a better version of yourself. And this is why you're on here with us. So we appreciate you. And I'm sure a lot of this is going to resonate with a lot of you. And our chance to Ellie and I to do something we've always wanted to do. So
I love
remember,
it. Yes.
suffer stories don't serve you. You are dragging a story with you that people out here that just don't know better will validate for you. Yes, you have every right to be upset. I mean, your husband left you. You have every right to be upset. Your wife left you. You have every right to be upset. Your dad beat you. Your mom beat you. And even stories that people will call worse. So they're going to validate the drinking, the anger, the things. But at the end of the day, if you really want to change, imagine this. You're bringing a bag with all this stuff behind you. All you got to do is let go. If you let go of that and start right now and say that baggage no longer identifies with the new version of me. Now, there's a process. Does it happen easy? I don't like to make things hard by saying it will be hard, but it's called practice.
Yeah.
Practice. It's just called practice. Desire to be the better version of yourself. Identifying with the new you and not the suffering you.
Mm-hmm.
Stop suffering. Say, every time I catch myself picking up that bag, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to be more conscious of my day. I'm going to be more conscious of my thoughts. because that's what's controlling your day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
That's what's
don't,
controlling.
and things do come that easy. And I actually brought our book here today because
Yes.
I didn't have any idea if I was going to share it or not. And I don't say I encourage it, or I do encourage it. If it's meant for that person, it's meant for them.
Okay.
Because some people, uh, I like that the book shares an opportunity to offer two perspectives, and it's into my background on how we grew up in an enclosed society. And a lot of people might feel initially it's a downer because it shares all the suffering that we went through living in this type of environment. Each chapter also offers an opportunity that you have as well, and offers an opportunity, is to see through a different lens. And I really feel people that are here are meant for this, and they will be able to see through that
Yes.
lens. Offer, share, offer, share. That we also share through this.
Yes.
Here it is. They made me do it,
Yep.
and
Yep. It's
here's a
about
bit.
our life, growing up in a cult. And I think on the next video, Ellie, if it's
Oh,
okay with us.
sure. Like it was, but yes, it was. It was.
It was by most terms, it's almost like identifying with what makes a cult. You're like, okay, maybe that, maybe that, maybe that. Oh shit. Okay, maybe a little bit we were. But you know what? We dropped it. So the thing I think, Ellie, we should tell people next is on our next video is, who are we? Like, we'll try to sum it up and say where we came from. Just a little snippet. So next time is, guys, I'm a former Secret Service. I was, for me, Ellie's still doing her thing, so she can't tell as much, but I'll talk about me. And I will get into it more later. But yes, I opened the door for the President of the United States at one point in my life. And I will tell you this. It literally was me dropping my sufferer story, coming from a cult, coming from a background where people told me I couldn't do anything. And we'll let you know more about that next one. So you can do anything with this up here.
That's right. I love it. And we always give each other a virtual high five, and one for you guys as well.
Yes. Boom, boom. Awesome time.
Yeah, I love this. And we encourage you guys for any topic suggestions to put them in the comments below.
Drop
And
that shit.
we'll be taking it. And we'll catch you guys next time.
Take care, everybody. Thank you. Yes.
And I'll cut it there. That was awesome.
Wasn't that so fun? Give them something to look at next time.
Yes, I love that. And it was 17 minutes, which I actually like. A lot of the ones that I enjoy too, I love when they're 20 some minutes or longer. I'm not getting caught up. I think a 20-minute cap is really great, but sometimes when you get into the topic, you really get in. And this one's a really good one.
It's a really good one, Ellie. It was so fun. I like some of the things we did was, let's leave something for next time, make them come back.
Yeah.
And something that we have a lot of stuff we've been. Well, thank you, Ellie. We have a lot of stuff we've been experiencing. I won't say through as something bad, but just some things we've experienced. It's like, man, be proud of it. Like, how many people can open the door for the President of the United States?
I know.
How many people can do something like that?
I know.
And so this is stories that people be like, they want to listen. Oh, that guy was a Secret Service agent.
That was really, really good.
Yeah. Thank you, Ellie.
I love that.
Thank you, Ellie.
When I tell you, I was looking forward to this.
Oh, Ellie, I couldn't wait.
You should have seen me.
Oh, I couldn't wait.
Excited.
I heard they're pushing back the date to May 15th. I'm like, yes,
yes.
Yeah, before people go back to work. But honestly, I put out to the universe, why did I retire from my job? Why did I retire from my job? Because this is who we are right here. I told Jeffrey, I said, Jeffrey, I'm having the best time. Ellie, I'm loving this stuff. This is who we are. Can you imagine getting up and no matter where we are in the world, we'd be on a boat in a yacht one day, talking, saying, this is Ellie and Mike.
Yeah.
This is our show.
And I love, you like the inner cosmetics, what I was planning out?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I love it.
I hope that's a royalty-free image because I was looking up lightning bolts and I was like, okay. So I'm going to use that one. But something gave me a really great idea too. I went to this one person's site, Do Perfect, and innercosmetics.com is not available. Well, it is available for $5,000, but theirs is dudeperfect.store. So I said that would be cool because innercosmetics.store is available, and there we could have. We don't have to build it right now, and I'm not going to. I'm just saying, the book there, mugs, T-shirts.
Oh, Ellie, all that's coming. All that's coming. We're interviewing, not going to. We're interviewing stars. We're interviewing, and let's talk about this. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that topic next time. Our dream life. Let's tell people what we do, not going to do, but what we do.